Hi everyone, I'm Utkarsh, and today we're going to talk about doing something unusual to your PRS, or in my case, PRS 513 guitar. So the background behind this is that I've started playing a bit more down-tuned stuff lately. A lot of stuff in B and drop A. And while I did have a baritone guitar, a couple of them actually, there was something about the feel of a longer scale length and of course the overall cumbersome size of it, which made it less than ideal and less comfortable for me, who's used to a regular scale length guitar. At the same time, this particular guitar, this 513, is a very special guitar for me. It kind of opened up my mind up to new possibilities for guitar, and long story short, um, I wanted to do something with this guitar because since I got this guitar, I got a couple of 513 Rosewoods, so I wanted to, and those guitars stay in more, stay in E and whatever, so they kind of made this guitar redundant. At the same time, I don't want to sell this because I like this guitar a lot. So I thought, why not try something different on this guitar, because it's a guitar I really like. I'm not going to sell it anyway, so even if I mess it up, it's alright. So next, my conclusion was, I heard that Slipknot's guitarist, signature guitars have or rather not Jim Root of Slipknot. His signature guitar is just a Telly with humbuckers, but with a 25.5 inch scale length, and he does drop A on that, which got me thinking. This has a 25.25 inch scale length, so it's not that far off. Technically, this should be able to do drop A and B. And this guitar has possibly all the tones that you can have on any guitar, so I'm sure within all the settings I'll find something that would work at a lower tuning. With that, what I did was I decided to put heavier strings on the guitar. So from the usual 10 to 46s, I went to 13 to 54, if I'm not mistaken. So that immediately puts it in a different vibe. Tuned it down to D. I had to adjust the bridge because clearly it's very different tension going on. Had to adjust the truss rod a little bit. Didn't bother with the with the knife's edge screws because I don't know shit about that, but I did adjust the intonation as well, and this was the result. Overall, it's working really well. Um, it first of all, the string tension is great. It's not too loose. Drop A gets a little bit on the looser side, but B is absolutely fine. And you can do pretty tight chugging and all of that kind of stuff that you want to do if you play metal with no problem at all. Feel is great. It feels like playing a regular electric guitar. It feels like you're playing tens on a E standard, except that it sounds much lower and sounds just amazing. The other piece that was also great was the pickups. So for those of you who don't know what a 513 is, here's my potted explanation. It's 3 guitars in one. Guitar 1 is a Strat single coil bridge, middle single coil. You get it. 5 positions of a Strat. Guitar number 2 is a vintage kind of humbucker guitar or P90 guitar. Same 5-way switch, which takes you through like an Ibanez potentially, but with low output humbuckers. And guitar number 3, third switch, gets you to a high output humbucker. In this guitar, I find myself using the middle position, which is the low output humbucker or P90, because that gives you the maximum clarity, yet it does not have any buzz that you would get in a single coil mode. And it does a pretty great job. The other thing I found myself using a lot on this guitar, which you don't get on regular baritone guitars, because regular baritone guitars are like two humbuckers and they're all out all the time, is the in-between positions. So given that this is a 513, you've got the in-between strat-like positions. So you get some beautiful clean tones with a lot of clarity, yet you are very low tuned, and you're able to get all of the goodness of the low tuning, yet with the clarity of a typical guitar. So overall, I think this was a pretty brilliant move on my part, if I may say so. I think this guitar is well suited to B tuning. It's holding its own very well. It's opening up a palette of possible tones which are never possible usually in those low tunings, because those guitars are very purpose built. And yeah, I think I would if you are looking for first of all, the 513 is a rare guitar. They aren't made anymore. But if you are playing low tuning and you want something different, pick up one of these used. They aren't that expensive. Make sure you do the right setup on it with the strings and everything. Make sure truss rod is okay and all of that. But maybe get a professional luthier to set it up. I'm also probably going to take this later. This is my hodgepodge job, but I'm going to take it to my regular guy as well to just fine tune all of the details. And yeah, this would be a great solution for baritone tuning, and you don't have to bother with a really large baritone guitar, which is like, well, like this one. Of course, this is an Explorer, so it's big, but just look at the size of this monster. Don't get me wrong, I love this guitar, it's fun to play, but there is something about how easy PRSs are, so yeah, I'd play that. If I had to play it live. This would be more for home and just general fun. Alright, I hope this was helpful, and till next time.